Hello everybody, this is Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for Zombieland Double Tap. Since this movie just came out last week, I'm not going to go too much into the story on it, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it and everything, but this is a really solid sequel. Picks up 10 years after the original, just pretty much like it, since it was released 10 years later. And in this movie, the characters from the first movie are still together and everything, and one of them ends up leaving the group, and the rest of them go on an adventure to try to get the one back. I'm not going to say which one leaves the group or anything like that, because I don't want to spoil this movie and everything, but all of these characters are really good. Again, the chemistry between all of the cast members are still just as good as they were in the first movie and everything. And I really still like all of the characters a lot. Jesse Eisenberg returns as Columbus, and he's still just as nerdy and weird and awkward and stuff as he was in the first movie. Woody Harrelson as Tallahassee is really good. Again, once again, I think he's one of the highlights of this movie. Emma Stone and Abigail Breslin as Wichita and Little Rock are both great too. And then there's some new characters introduced in this movie as well, which I thought was awesome. Zoe Deutch, I think that's how you say her name, plays Madison, who's this. She's like a really dumb blonde character and everything, but she is absolutely hilarious and everything, and she fits into this movie perfectly with the rest of these characters and everything. She had me cracking up through the whole movie, because she's like a really big idiot, but she's just really funny. It does the dumb blonde stereotype, but it does it where it works perfectly, and she's just absolutely hilarious. And she steals the show every time she's on screen. She's always doing something really funny or something. I thought she was great as Madison. Yvonne Jogia, I think that is how you say his name. I've never been able to pronounce his name right, but he plays Berkeley, one of the characters one of the newer characters. He doesn't believe in violence and stuff, and he's not a very likable character. I actually really didn't care for him that much and everything. I mean, he was funny and everything, I guess, but he's just kind of annoying to me for some reason. But he was okay in this movie. I mean, he was good as a character, but I just didn't think the character was all that likable. And then Rosario Dawson plays Nevada, and I think she was a really good addition, but she doesn't get enough screen time. I really liked her, but they really underused her. But if they ever do make a third movie, hopefully she'll be in that one a lot more and everything. And then there's also a couple of cameos from Luke Wilson and Thomas Middleditch, which isn't a spoiler because they're in the trailer, unfortunately. I think they should have left them out of the trailer and everything, because it would have made the movie a lot better if you didn't know that they were going to be there. Kind of like with the first Zombieland, you didn't know Bill Murray was going to be there and everything. But I thought they were pretty good cameos and everything, and they were both pretty funny for the little bit of screen time they had and everything. But yeah, this is just a really good movie. The cinematography, just like the first movie, is really great, and David Sardi's score is just as good as it was on the first movie. Pretty much everybody came back that was involved with the first movie, so it really worked really well. Brett Reese and Paul Wernick returned to write the movie and everything, and they did a really good job. When it comes to comedy sequels, it's really, really hard to get a good comedy sequel and everything, because a lot of them recycle the plots and all that, and this movie really didn't do that. I mean, it did have some similarities. Some things happened like they did in the first one a little bit, but not really. It was a solid sequel that stood on its own Now, I really enjoyed it a lot more than I expected. I would think this one is an okay sequel, or it wasn't going to be as good as the first movie, because the first movie is such a great movie and everything. But I love this one, and I actually kind of hope if they do make a third Zombieland, they wait another 10 years to do it, where they keep them like, where we just get to see what these characters are up to every 10 years or so. I think if they did that with more sequels, I think that would be awesome and everything. But this is just a really, really solid movie and everything. I'd love to see a third one, maybe where they, in the trilogy or something and everything. But yeah, this was a really great movie. The only thing that kind of shocked me and stuff is that none of the main characters died, because I had a feeling that one of them might die or something because of and everything. But I guess that is kind of a spoiler. But yeah, the stakes in this did still feel really good though, because I mean you felt the danger that these characters were in and everything, and and there's some new rules and stuff and that they go by and everything. This is just a really, really funny movie, and it's definitely one that I would recommend and everything. And Bill Murray does have a cameo in this movie and everything, but it's not near as good as it was in the first movie. That was the one thing about this movie that really disappointed me, was Bill Murray's cameo in this. And I was also disappointed Dan Aykroyd isn't in this movie at all, because they were saying that he was going to be in it and everything, but he's not anywhere to be seen in it, so I was disappointed about that too. But besides that, I really enjoyed Zombieland Double Tap. I think it's a very good sequel. It was worth the wait and everything. I hope they make us wait another 10 years for another one if they do another sequel, because I think if they keep doing it the way they're doing it, I think it would be worthy of a film series and everything, because like I said, it'd be worth catching up with these characters 10 years from now and everything, if all of the actors and stuff are still up for it and everything. And I hope if they do make a sequel that Madison is in it, because I just absolutely loved her character. Madison was hilarious. But yeah, so I'd give Zombieland Double Tap a 9 out of 10, because I don't think it was quite as good as the first movie, but it was almost as good and everything. And it's really nice seeing a sequel that's taken this long to happen actually feel like it was worth the wait and everything, because a lot of the times when they do those kind of sequels, they don't feel like they're worth it and everything. But this movie really does feel like it was worth the 10-year wait and everything. So but yeah, this is, like I said, I definitely would recommend it if you're a fan of the first movie and everything. It has all the same heart and humor that you would expect from a sequel for this and everything. So, but anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Zombieland Double Tap. I think it is a really good movie, and I definitely would recommend it and everything. But let me know what you think of it. Did it disappoint you? Did you like it as much as the first or more than the first? Let me know in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
This is the song that doesn't end. Oh, no. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end.
How do I turn you on?